Hey, it's your guitar geek Johnny Manuel doing a live unboxing of a Masterverse new Etheria figure. It's a little late in the game, I know, but it can never be too late. Just arrived this morning. I literally just took it on the Amazon package. The box kind of looks intact. There's a little bit of tape here. I'm guessing maybe it's been it's probably a return or something. I don't really mind. I don't, I'm not that kind of collector keeping it in a box like that. But it's Despara or Despara. And it's, I guess, they're redoing the story from Masters of the Universe. As you know, if you're a He-Man fan, you know that there's a animated movie called Secret of the Sword, which is the origin of She-Ra. And it seems to me like if you notice on the closing credits of Masters of the Universe Revelation from Netflix, the Kevin Smith led production, or the Kevin Smith story of whatever happened to He-Man after years or whatever. I guess that didn't. The Secret of the Sword never happened, and you have a version of Princess Adora, who is still part of the Horde, and that's Despara right there. Right? So I'm gonna be unboxing it. I won't bore you with the details, but I'll be coming back to see you, just to show you, the figure itself. Hold on. Continuing the unboxing right here. It seems a lot easier to unbox the figure, as the pack itself is more open friendly, and you can probably put it back in there. I have a suspicion that they did it here, but yeah, because this can be put back with tape. I guess this contains the accessories, the swords, and whatnot. Let's inspect the box real quick. There, as you can see, you can open that, and that's where this was contained. Got some artwork, not bad, and a little bit of the backstory. After learning of her past as Princess Adora, Despara now searches for the power of Grayskull so she can usurp Hordak's throne as leader of the evil Horde. Now, going back to the closing credits or the end credits of Masters of the Universe He-Man Revolution, where He-Man and Teela ride off to the sunset with those forms, and a power techno sword, and Teela being reinforced by three god energies, three god power, whatever you want to call it. They shot this. I think I have a suspicion it's this character right here, showing that she was taking care of Hordak, and they were talking about Horde Prime, and how they were going to take revenge for trying to kill Hordak. I assume that it's going to be them against Skeletor, as they already revealed that part of the story, at least in the lore of supposedly the continuation to the Filmation series. I'm rambling. Let's go to the figure. I like the head sculpt. It shows a little bit of evil intent. There's red tint in the eyes. This is Princess Adora with a little bit of a. It's an interesting head sculpt. Her hair is interesting. Not very different from, I hate to say the W word, but it is what it is, guys. You take your influences from real life. I get it. That's fine. It creates, maybe it's the justice, the social justice warriors against the establishment, which is He-Man. Okay. Good articulation. I'm very, very good with it. Nice looking figure. It's kind of like a samurai inspired design here, on the bottom at least. Big red boots. Okay. Let's open the accessory packet here. All right. Let's get to it. Interesting. There's a new head sculpt. And it doesn't have. Seems like a normal head, a normal Princess Adora head. It's amazing. Alternate hands. Punches. And nice looking Hordak or Horde swords. With the bat guards. Okay. I'm not going to change the head sculpt right now. I might break it because I'm a little, when you're doing videos like this, I'm not used to it yet, but I feel a little distracted. You have a place where they can put the swords here, which is pretty cool. It's awesome. There's a mask too that supposedly you can. I'm not sure if you can put it on with the Princess Adora. Head sculpt. It's pretty cool. It's a dark side Princess Adora. They're about the same height. She-Ra and Princess Adora right here. That's interesting. Now, what I'm interested in and maybe figuring out that maybe you could put a different head on the She-Ra figure and vice versa. You probably could. But this is awesome. Probably have the same 30 points of articulation. This is what I like about the Masters figures. That supposedly, this is the Monday after the weekend of Toy Fair, of the New York City Toy Fair. And according to our correspondents on the ground, that Mattel has put a pause to Masterverse. And I haven't really felt the need to complete a collection, but I think Masterverse is is in a very good place right now. It's not so overpriced. I think they're very well made figures with very more than decent features and accessories. However, I do not feel the need to have multiple versions of He-Man and Skeletor and whatever. I just like, you know, I just like it for what it is, and I hope they decide to continue it. But for now, I think Mattel is focusing on movie centric action figures, which is fine. I had sardine pancakes this morning, guys, so forgive me. This is awesome right there. So, what do you think? Do you like it? It has a kabuki style mask here. So it's taking liberties at the how they can interpret with a more, I guess, more modern and more adult themed, more open, I should say, not so adult themed because that sounds dirty. It's more the He-Man is still a little cringy. It's still a little kooky because they're paying tribute to the kookiness of the old '80s He-Man and She-Ra animated series back in the '80s. You know, right amount of cheese, I should say. But I really like this figure. I really like the modern take of Kevin Smith in the Masterverse. I hope they have a third series in the modern retelling of the He-Man story, or modern continuation of the hero's story. Seems like they're incorporating a lot of the the He-Man 2000X lore, bringing Keldor to the mix, Skeletor. Let's see how it looks like with He-Man. Okay. Okay, sis. What the hell? I never met a twin sister before. I never knew that I had a twin sister. You know. Okay, whatever. I'm not as good as play acting as I used to be. But you know what? I just noticed that the He-Man swords, even on the movie action figures, the Chronicles series, um, the power sword is only meant to be held by one hand. Doesn't seem to hold any power if it seems to be like that. Um, it would be great to have a double-handed hilt of some sort, but that's just me. It's just accessories, guys. Never imagine that you have a baddie version of yourself. You know. All right. Well, I got a few more figures coming in the mail, and I'm gonna be posting a little bit more about those later on. It does have a cape, but realistically, um, they should have bigger capes. That's just my opinion. They could be a lot better made, but I'm very there's merit to having a real cloth cake versus a plastic cape, um, or even a cloth cape that is wired. The cloth goods or whatever they call them. You can tell that I'm really bad at this the terminologies of toy collector posting videos. All right. Anyways, I think she's sexy. I think she's menacing and pretty and awesome at the same time. Let's try the Princess Adora uh, head. It's really tight, but there. Let's get the swords out of the way. Seems to me that I can live my life. It's not as easy as it seems. I think I like the Princess Adora head thing. It's coming on really tight, guys. Ooh, there you go. I didn't hear a snap going in. Hope I did it correctly. And now it's stuck. Okay, I hope I didn't break it. Stay tuned in later episodes if I broke it, but I think it looks good. It could be a disguise. I guess they look kind of similar. Two blonde chicks. Blonde chicks. Haha. Amazing. All right. Peace out. I know they seem kind of boring. I'm just, this is like a grassroots operation right here. All right. Check this out. This is a Diamond Select Psylocke comparison. They're right around the same height. I think Psylocke might be a little taller. What I like about Masterverse, their version of the ladies, and I'm gonna be having an Evelyn coming down the line, but women lady action figures seem to be skinny, and that's fine. I'm not saying that skinny women don't have their place, but it would be nice to have somebody that has a little bit of muscle, just like the Princess Adora or Despara figures and She-Ra here. And she's not even she's she's still relatively skinny, but you can see there's a little bit of definition in the legs at least. And supposedly her real strength comes from some kind of magical power. It's enhanced. Okay, it's not real physical power. It transmits that way, but the same as Superman, they don't have overly big muscles to be able to, needed in order to be able to do the things that they do. It's considerably big, but not like the action figures where everybody looks the same. There's great variety. So you can actually tell the difference, and you can actually tell that they're not using the same tooling or the same sculpt for the most part. That's why I like the Masterverse figures really well. I really like it, and I hope it's here to stay. My take on the Masterverse figures, even He-Man Origins or the He-Man Classics, they're not very in demand in vintage toy stores. Toy stores that specialize in vintage 80s, 90s, or whatnot. You can mostly see this. I bought mine off of Amazon. Maybe not. I'm not sure. Yeah, you have better chances of getting these from Amazon than anywhere else. That's my take on it. Maybe Walmart. I haven't tried buying from them, but yeah, I love places like the Toy Depot and Toys of the Universe in Torrance. I like the vibe, especially over in Toy Depot. Shout out, to the guys in Whittier. They live close by, so I like it very much there. I don't know if there's a Masterverse Swiftwind. It would be nice if there were. Please put in the comments if if there is. You can correct me, or whatever info that you see or pick up from the videos that you're just that you're watching. this video that I just posted. Give me a comment. Tell me how to improve. This is kind of a new thing for me. I'm not even showing my face on cam right now. I do mostly video games and um, music. Music demos or music lessons. As a child of the 80s and 90s, I really like. I'm on a nostalgia trip right now, so forgive me, guys. All right, peace out. Later, guys.